Dear students, in this video lecture we are going to discuss about calculation of arithmetic mean for continuous series with the help of shortcut method through Sugan Economics. Students, in the previous video lecture we have discussed about calculation of arithmetic mean for continuous series with the help of direct method. So here if the values are smaller in number, it is easy for us to apply the direct method and calculate the arithmetic mean value. Suppose if the values are bigger in number, at that time it is very difficult for us to calculate the addition, subtraction, that is multiplication and other things. The mathematical calculation will be somewhat tedious when the values are bigger in size. So at that time what we have to do means either we can use shortcut method or we can use subdivision method. So in this video I am going to explain how to apply shortcut method and calculate arithmetic mean for continuous series. Okay. So before that, previously I have already explained about what do you mean by continuous series and other things. So now directly I will go to what are the steps involved in the calculation of arithmetic mean for continuous series with the help of shortcut method. So here as usual the first step what we have to do means we have to find out the midpoints. I have already explained how to calculate the midpoint. The midpoints will be calculated by adding the lower limit and the upper limit should be divided by, and the total should be divided by 2. So in this manner you have to calculate the midpoints. Once you have calculated the first midpoint, you can add the class interval for the next midpoints. So the second thing, after finding out the midpoints, the second thing what we have to do means from the midpoint we can assume any one of the value as assumed mean and it should be denoted by A. Are you clear? From the midpoint, after calculating the midpoints value or the value of M, what you have to do means you have to identify or assign any one of the midpoints as your assumed mean. Normally the midpoint will be that is the assumed mean value will not be very smaller or a bigger value. It should be a middle value, right? So you don't take the lower end or the upper end value, you take the middle value as your assumed mean. So after assigning assumed mean, what you have to do means you have to calculate the deviation, D value. That means from the midpoint and the assumed mean value you can take the deviation. So it should be denoted, the deviation should be denoted by D. So D, how you can calculate D value? D is equal to M minus A for the first midpoint and take the difference between the first midpoint and the assumed mean. Then the second midpoint and assumed mean difference. In this manner you have to calculate the D values. So D is nothing but M minus A. Then after calculating the D value, what we have to do means we have to multiply the D values with the corresponding frequencies and we find out FD value. So FD is nothing but the product between frequency and the corresponding deviation value. Then after calculating the deviation value, you can take the total of the deviations and it should be denoted by sigma FD. Sigma FD. Simply you can add the total of FD values and that will provide sigma FD. Then after that you can find out the N value. N is nothing but the sum total of frequencies. So N equal to total of frequencies. So after calculating all the values, we have to substitute values in the formula. The formula is x bar equal to A plus sigma FD by N. Are you clear? So these are the steps which involved in the calculation of arithmetic mean for continuous series with the help of shortcut method. So now I will explain the calculation of arithmetic mean for continuous series under shortcut method with the help of an example. Here profit is given in rupees, it should be taken as X and number of shops is given F. In the previous example only I have taken, right? What example I have taken for calculating continuous series, arithmetic mean for continuous series under direct method, the same example will be taken here. So the profits are 100 to 200, 200 to 300, 300 to 400 up to 700 to 800 and the frequencies are 10, 18, 20, 26, 30, 28, 18. So first what you have to do means you can add the total of frequencies. So the total of frequencies is equal to 150. So our N equal to 150. So now what we have to do means we have to find out the midpoints. Already I have explained the midpoints. 100 plus 200 divided by 2, that is equal to 150. 150. So here 250, 350, 450, 550, 650 and 750. So we have calculated all the midpoints. So after calculating the midpoints, from the midpoints we have to take any one of the value as assumed mean. But at the time of taking assumed mean, you must be very careful. You no need to take the least value as assumed mean or the highest value as assumed mean. Should be the middle value. So according to our sum, we assume that 450 as our assumed mean. So our A value is equal to 450. So now we have to find out D value. D is nothing but M minus A. So M minus 450. M minus 450. M minus 450. So now here what we have to do means, the first midpoint value is 150. Here minus sign 450. So here 150 minus 450, that is equal to minus 300. Minus 300. Minus 300. So here minus 200. So here minus 100. So here 450 minus 450 is 0. So here 550 minus 450, so 100. So now the M value is greater whenever the M value is lesser than the assumed mean value, you will have the value, the deviation values in negative, and whenever you are having the mid values as greater than the assumed mean value, the deviation value should be in positive. So here you put 100, then here you put 200, then here 300. So we have calculated the deviation values. So now after calculating deviation values, what we have to do means, we can multiply the frequency value with the deviation value, that is f into d, that is equal to fd. So at the time of calculating fd value, we must be very careful about the mathematical sign minus and plus. So here the frequency is 10, but the first deviation value is minus 300. So plus into minus, minus you put. So 10 into 300, that is equal to 3000. That is equal to 3000. So here again 18 is in plus, here minus, so put minus sign. So here 2 zeros you can put, then 2 18s are 36, 3600. Then here also you put minus sign, minus, then here 3000. So here 20 into 100, that is equal to minus 2000. 0 into 26, that is equal to 0. The 30 into 100, 30 into 100, that is equal to 3000. Then here 28 into 200, it is 2 zeros. So 2 into 8, 16, 6, 1, 5, 5600. Then here you put 2 zeros, 3 into 24, remaining 2, 5400. So we have calculated the FD value. So first FD value is minus 3000, minus 3600, minus 2000 and 0. Now 3000, 5600 and 5400. So now we have to find out the FD value. Now we have to find out the FD value. So here under FD value, what we are having means, we are having positive values and negative values. So you can add all the positive values separately and add all the negative values separately. So whichever is greater, first you can add. First you take here the positive values are greater than the negative values. So first I can add all the positive values. So the positive value is equal to 0, 0, 10, 14, 14,000. Then you can add all the negative values, So here 0, 0, 6, 3, 6, 8. So the negative value is equal to 8,600. The positive value is equal to 14,000 and the negative value is equal to 8,600. Now you take the difference. The difference is 0, 0, 4, 5, 5,400. 5,400. So this 5,400 is equal to sigma FD. So now we have to find out sigma FD value and N value. Already we have assigned rupees 450 as assumed mean. So now we have to substitute the values in the formula. So now what is the formula? So here x bar equal to a plus sigma fd by n. This is the formula for calculating arithmetic mean. So now you have to substitute the values in the formula. What is your a value? A equal to 450 plus sigma fd is equal to 5400 and n equal to 150. So now you have to extract the value. So that is equal to 450 plus 5400 should be divided by 150, that is equal to 36. So now you can add these two values, that is equal to your x bar. So x bar equal to 486. So the average profit is rupees 486. Are you clear, friends? So this is the way we can calculate arithmetic mean and for continuous series with the help of shortcut method. Dear students, I have explained the calculation in a very simple manner. So kindly go through the video very carefully and understand the calculation of arithmetic mean for continuous series with the help of shortcut method. And again I am reminding you, those who are not subscribing Sugan Economics Offer, kindly subscribe and click the bell button, then only you will get an intimation whenever we are uploading the video. So we are continuously uploading video regarding economics and statistics. So kindly go through and get benefit out of it. Thank you friends.